how do they see the development and the growth within the country happening?
For some people, they see this development happening as maybe Kenya or other African countries should start managing their own assets, should start manufacturing what they need to use instead of importing from China. Because mostly what's happening right there, they're dependent on the Chinese market. It's good for the businessmen because they bring in stuff at a cheaper price, sell them at a fairly good price, and they make their profit off of that. But then it affects the employment because there are no factories there.
No factories in Kenya?
Well, they are. I mean, they're not enough.
Not enough to produce what's needed, or?
Yeah, because we're dependent on imports.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned
let's say, for example, if we were manufacturing our own vehicles, it would be a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there cars being made in Kenya right now?
There are some startups.
Okay.
But then people trust the Toyotas so much, and the Mazdas, the branded vehicles, you know them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, who's making cars in Kenya? Kenyan people have their own design and their own.
There's some people with startups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Electric or fuel driven?
Hybrid vehicles.
Hybrid.
Yeah.
So there are Kenyan people went abroad to get education, learn how to build, design cars, and then came back.
Yeah.
Have they done this in other industries as well?
I can't say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Automobiles. Most people drive. Most families have a car.
Not really.
So it's considered a luxury item, or?
No, you actually need a car.
Okay.
But for most people, they rely on public transport. It's pretty good over there.
Public transportation is good in Kenya.
It's really good.
Trains?
There are no trains. They are just we have small buses.
Okay.
We call them matatus.
Like jeepneys in Philippines?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're really reliable.
Okay. And people fill those up, or is it organized?
People fill them up. So the only thing you'd be worried about is your security, the security of your stuff, because you have pickpockets as well.
Okay.
But in terms of getting you from A to B, they're good.
When you grew up there in Nairobi, you saw people trying to better themselves, and you saw the country. Was there also a feeling of frustration with how slow things moved, or how little change happened, or are people by and large content with development?
Some people, there are different people. As I can say, some people are content with what they have.
Right.
Some people are like go-getters. They want to better themselves every day.
Sure.
They want to see improvement every day. So I think for those people, there has to be frustration at one point or another.
Okay.
Yeah, but depends on how aggressive you are.
You left Kenya for school and then for work. Did you think about this when you were growing up, that you wanted to leave Kenya eventually, or was it something that came later in your life, just before? How did that happen, that you ended up going to China for school, and what was school like there to get your bachelor's?
Yeah.
And then coming to Canada, what were the main points that?
Well, China was pretty good for school.
Okay.
I had a good time over there.
Why did you go there?
I was looking for something that was structured.
Okay.
Because the program was going to take 4 years.
Okay.
I went and did my bachelor's as a backup because I wanted to fly airplanes.
You wanted to be a pilot?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did it. I finished within the time that they said I was going to finish.
4 years
Yeah.
in a Chinese university.
Yeah.
So you had to study Mandarin or
I did
Cantonese?
Mandarin for 3 months.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, you learn because everyone speaks Chinese.
Right.
Yeah.
I've spent a lot of time in China, and they have, my understanding is 50 primary languages besides Mandarin and Cantonese.
Yeah.
And so sometimes they can't understand each other from one part of the country to the other. Maybe that's similar in Kenya.
That's true.
I find it, you may be the first person I've met outside of China that went to China.
Yeah.
I mean, I meet a lot of Chinese downtown Vancouver doing YouTubes, that have come here to go to UBC and come to school here, or
Yeah.
many other North American schools.
Yeah.
You chose China. How were you introduced to China? Was it the influence of China in Kenya with what they were doing investment-wise, development-wise, or when you went, finished your high school, talked to your parents, talked to your friends, thought, you know, I want to be a Nairobi in Kenya and elsewhere around the world? I did not do that. And thank you for subscribing. Looking forward to coming to your place and making